Alan Jenkins, a photographer from London, said that censorship in any form is the enemy of creativity, since it cuts off the lifeblood of the creativity, which is ideas. Since this is an online class, know that all of you at least use the internet from time to time. I personally use it every day, and I wouldn't be very happy if the internet ended up being censored. I'm Travis Sims. I'm going to talk to you about internet censorship. What it is, why it didn't work in the United States, and what would happen if a bill were to be passed in the United States. Internet censorship is the control or suppression of the publishing rights of or access to the internet. It's similar to traditional media censorship, but they need to use unique techniques such as site blocking or content filtering. The Routledge Handbook of Internet Politics by Andrew Chadwick says that this is done by creating blacklists. A blacklist is a list of websites that the public cannot access. This list is not available for the public to see. According to this map that I got from Reporters Without Borders, the black countries are countries with pervasive censorship, which is censorship on all aspects of the internet. The red is where the internet is under surveillance, and the censorship is basically just military or national security related. Yellow is places like the United States where companies and schools can block certain websites from being accessed, and the blue is where there is no censorship at all. OpenNet.net did a survey of 40 countries. Almost all had some form of censorship on the internet. 26 of them were just military national security related, and 10 of them, the black ones, had censorship on every part of the internet. Has the US ever tried to get the internet censored, you might ask? You're about to find out. Brings me to my next point. Why the recent law did not get passed. The two bills that were attempted are SOPA and PIPA. SOPA is an acronym for Stop Online Piracy Act, and PIPA is the Protect IP Act. They're both acts proposed by U.S. legislators that say that they were to protect copyrights and intellectual property, but ultimately would have led to the shutdown of many popular websites. There's a petition that went out immediately after the bills were proposed, where Google claimed to have accumulated over 7 million digital signatures. Website blacked out like Wikipedia did for 24 hours, or they just put black banners on top protesting the acts. According to whitehouse.gov, 103,785 signatures were collected on a formal petition, causing the Obama administration to put an end to these bills. According to ACLU.org, the Supreme Court ruled the internet is a free speech zone deserving at least as much First Amendment protection as newspapers, books, and magazines. The government, the court said, can no more restrict a person's access to words or images on the internet than it could be allowed to snatch a book out of a reader's hands in the library or cover over a statue of a nude in a museum. I interviewed my roommate Nathan, and one of the questions I asked was if he knew about the bills the U.S. was trying to pass. He told me that he had heard of them, but was not sure what would happen if they were to pass. Brings me to my last point, which is the effects of an online censorship. The content that would have been blocked by these two acts could have been search engines, social networking, media sharing, web hosting, gambling, and file sharing sites. Some examples of those are Facebook, YouTube, Skype, Twitter, Wikipedia, Google, Craigslist, just to name a few. These are all websites that are very commonly used by some people every day. What would you do if you couldn't use Google to search something, or Facebook? And without YouTube, how could this class even be possible? In my interview with Nathan, I asked him what are some websites that he uses regularly. He told me Facebook, Google, and Craigslist, all three websites that could have been blocked by these bills. I hope you learned about the internet censorship, what it is, why the US doesn't happen, and what would happen if the US did pass a bill. George Bernard Shaw, who won a Nobel Prize for Literature, said, "The first condition to progress is the removal of censorship." I agree.